Okay, so let's take a look at the last example, another word problem here. The distance of a ship from the harbor is modeled by this function, where t is the time since departure from the harbor. And I want to know, when does the ship return to the harbor? Well, when it returns to the harbor, that means the distance from the harbor would be 0, right? It's back to where it started from. So I can put 0 into my equation for the distance. And I'll be left with all the other stuff on the other side. And the question was when, so I'm trying to solve for time, which is nice because that's the way my equation is set up. I want to solve this. Good news is it's equal to 0, it's in the right order. Let's factor this, make our life easier. I notice they all have t's in them, and they're all divisible by 3. I'm going to take out a negative 3t to make my squared term a positive. I like squared terms being positive, my biggest exponent being a positive. If I divide everything else by negative 3t, I'll end up with negative 1t and negative 6. I check my bracket, can I go further? It looks like a simple trinomial. It adds to negative 1, multiplies to 6. Negative 3 will work, and positive 2. And what are my zeros? Well, my zeros are, I got 3 of them. I got 0, I've got 3, and I've got negative 2. So now I have to start thinking, which of these is the right answer? When does the ship return to harbor? Well, the first one is time is 0. That's my starting point, right? Okay, and then I got t is 3. Okay, so some time has gone by, so maybe that's back to the harbor. And then I got negative 2, and we know, logically thinking, it can't have negative time, so we call this one inadmissible. And we came across that last, we did technology stuff. Sometimes you get answers that don't make any sense in terms of the question. So how long does it take to return to the harbor? Well, time was measured in, what did it say up here? Time elapsed. It didn't actually give us a time. Maybe hours, I'm not sure, but we'd say after 3 hours, it returns to the harbor. Okay, that's part A done. Part B. There's another 0. Oh, what is it, and why is it not relevant? Well, we found the one already, right? We did that in part A here. So the irrelevant one is t equals negative 2. It is not relevant because we cannot have negative time, which we just mentioned a second ago. But then it's the answer part B. Okay, and that takes us to the last lesson of the solving polynomials and polynomials in algebra unit. Okay, so you might want to think about the review when you're going to step your test with me, and then there's only 2 units left in this course. That is actually the end of polynomials altogether.